What's going on, guys? Captain Papi here. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you go down there and hit that subscribe button. It helps us out a great deal and we would really appreciate it. Now on with the episode.
People at the top set meme teams all the fucking time just to help out the people below them, and
I
it
don't
kind of helps
know.
them out too.
That
It's
happened
strategic.
for a little bit, actually.
It happened because the people at the top realized they could farm one another.
Mm.
And like, you know, if you can just farm one another and get like 27 points each time, you're nothing to be concerned about.
Yeah,
You
so
know,
like a
or-
bracket of people would be like at the top and they wouldn't have to worry.
Well, that's literally what it was. Like the top
Yeah.
10 people all would put on a meme team and then just continuously find each other and then farm it because it's a free win. They're all going to get, I think, like, what was it? I think like Zmart and Rye ended up having like 50,000 tickets after the first round of PvP, which is just insane, that amount.
How many tickets did you guys get after the first round?
I think I totaled, after upgrading everything to level 5 in the island,
I've only done the cotton candy level 5.
I've done everything now to level 5, and that's where I want to stop at everything.
Okay.
But I think I ended up with 10,000 and a bit, roughly, give or take. So
yeah,
I mean,
I'm
look,
just over
recommend-
12,000.
My bad.
I spent a bunch in the
What's up, man?
shop like an idiot.
nah, don't.
Yeah,
do
that's
that.
an L.
Buy the
Yeah.
scrolls, if anything. That's it.
Man,
Even
I'm only
then, they're like,
I'm like just under 6,000 tickets. Oh well,
really?
yeah.
That's
you got-
not much.
Wait,
Well,
and you
everything up to 10.
Wait, and you got top 1K?
Yeah, I was like 800.
I have 10,000 tickets, and I was like 1.2.
What the fuck? Let me see, because I
What
bought
the
I bought the gold
Are
ticket.
you huh? Oh no, you're a Dumbo. You bought the tickets. Like, what are you doing?
Let's see, but they were only 5. I mean, I bought the tickets, I bought the gems. It's not that much, and then I bought all the scrolls or flags, and that's it. That's not too crazy.
Yeah.
I
Don't
guess
buy
I
the
just-
gems. Never buy the gems. The gems is literally just a waste because it costs you 200 tickets
costs you
for
more.
it costs you
Yeah.
200 tickets for a gem, and then like the max you can get is like 27 by 3. So it's like it's not even worth it at all. It's like 80 tickets you're gonna get back with one gem.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a
well,
waste.
I don't really intend on leveling the gem tree though. I'm just gonna focus on cotton candy.
I think I'm gonna do the same thing. I feel like if we're just gonna spend money regardless, the gem tree isn't gonna really do much.
Yeah.
Level up the stamina pool.
Dude, low key, hold on. Get that to level 5 because I think it gives you like
Yo,
a
imagine if
it
the
gives a
stamina
jump.
pool increased your treasure map stamina.
Oh shit.
Stop it.
That would be in.
Ooh.
I could see them doing that though, especially because like they've done like the upgrades to limit break abilities. I could see them tinkering around with upgrading the actual resource islands and stuff eventually.
Aren't you supposed to level all of them to level 10 for the Ricky Chopper or for the new Chopper Man missions on Japan?
I
That's what I'm
swear,
saying.
I swear to God, don't make
Wait,
that.
really?
That's
Yeah, that's what my friend said.
Wait, hang on, wait.
Missions are ass, bro. I was like
Wait,
reading them.
a lot of the time when you have the new missions, you have to like if you've already done it, then you have to do them again. So how does that work?
I think
So if you have them like already, so it's like you have to like level them up a bit. So as soon as like you go in, when you reach that Chopper Man mission, you just auto get the rewards.
Okay.
I think there's some that are like get to pirate level. I think they're the rookie ones that get to pirate level 80, and if you already are pirate level 80, then like
Yeah.
You just have to do a mission and then you get that.
yeah,
I know
exactly.
a lot of people
Yeah.
talking about one specific mission where it's like you had to get 110 wins in Rumble.
Yeah, wins, not just plays, wins,
That's crazy.
which is like you have to gem to get 110 wins. I mean, you could just wait, obviously,
Yeah.
and to get them over time. But if you wanted the gem, like the 200 gems outright, you'd have to.
I mean,
spend
if you go for top 1K, you're gonna get it. So
oh, without a doubt, easily.
Oh wait, I guess we do need to farm like further, like the next PvPs, because we want more tickets so that we can get more
well, if you
candies.
want to.
Yeah, you don't need to. I mean, like now it's just gonna be a matter of like just sitting and waiting on resources.
Yeah, I'm not going to top 1K ever again.
Yeah, literally. If
No
you don't-
way.
If you don't have to, I would just say don't do it. I mean, unless your pockets run deep, then more power to you. But otherwise, no way.
Joba got fat pockets, I heard.
Joba's got fat pockets full of
Damn it.
Joba's pockets full of fucking cookie crumbs, bro. That's what it's full of.
Yes, sir. Go
Man,
to.
No,
thought
hold
that,
on. Hold on, Joba. Before I let you, bro.
Yeah.
Knight made a video. He's like, "What's going on, guys?" Knight
Dude!
made the cookie monster. And I was like, "Bro, there's no way this man really."
I can't believe he did this video like that.
There's no
You get
way.
away with it.
Yeah, bro. And then Cookie's still lost. 39 to 61%.
You know what? I have some cookies right next to me. I'm gonna start eating them right now.
Okay.
They're confetti cookies too.
Oh, let him know.
You guys have no idea how hard it was for me to decide which one to vote
Oh dear. All right, let's get started.
because they're both so good.
Let's get into it. While Knight's chowing down on some cookies, we'll get started with the episode. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of GGP, episode 30. 30 with 30 years old. That's 3 decades.
Oh shit, 30. That's awesome.
Damn. Made it. Thank you guys for 1,500 subscribers, actually. Appreciate that. We hit that milestone
crazy.
and we're very appreciative of that. All the views, all the likes, all the comments, and shout out to Anchor fam as well. You guys have been killing it too. So we do appreciate all you guys contributing and and supporting us along the ride. I've got with me my homies. I got Cobb, Joba, Knight, and Todd. Unfortunately, Dylan's at work today, so he won't be able to make it. But no, we'll get through it and we'll just get to it. We've got some great news. We've got global. We've got some general things. We've got some Japan things. Japan gone crazy as usual. So let's just hop right into it. So, global 10.0.1. It's here. Oh, baby. If you haven't, though, yet, make sure you go check out the previous video on GGP where we were joined by Flamevius and we discussed, the Yoshi video and all the update stuff there. But here we're getting into a little bit more of the nitty-gritty side of things. And, because we have the update now, we've all, interacted with it.
Yeah, we're in it now.
So 10.0.1. We're in this. I'm not going to monetization, please.
I knew where that was going.
I mean, if you know, you know. All right, Metal Shop, it's here. What do you guys think about the Metal Shop? What are your guys' opinions, thoughts?
It's cool. It's better than nothing, for sure.
I for one really like the fact that it isn't 550 and it's 3 sets. It's 400 coins, 250 coins, or 150. I think it's fantastic that the way it's set out.
Yeah, I like that.
I do like that. It's just a matter of what are they going to like who is behind deciding which Sugofest exclusives are on the list, and the legends that are in that rotation, is that got anything to do with the new batch that's coming out? Like, so that if you pull a new legend, you could buy one of the other legends on the list that kind of like work well or have really good synergy. Because when I think of like Corazon or Rayleigh, are they ever going to be in the shop for people that don't have them? And because they're a lot older than Lucy, and Lucy's 150 medals.
Lucy's free to play, by the way. You charge us 150 coins and you gave it to us for free. So
imagine if Rayleigh's in the shop and he's 100 coins, and you remember we all log in, we got 100 coins for free.
For free, I was gonna say, 100 coins for free is huge. Yeah. It's it's 10 multis, or essentially, it's essentially 10 multis.
Well, essentially,
essentially
9 multis.
9, 9
I'll be honest,
with the extra coin.
I wish they would have just given us 10 free multis. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, you don't. You'd have got doo-doo and you'd have got doo-doo and you would have started crying because those multis would have not given you coins. They wouldn't have given you coins.
At least I can get my hopes up though.
True.
You can save them up, right? For when it's
100%.
Yeah, that's way better than 10 random.
That's what you're supposed to.
But that's the thing. Just the fact that they've given us 100 as a starting point.
Yeah,
and then and then said okay, and then obviously it debuted with Kid and Hawkins. And a lot of people did pull on that Sugofest too. So it's immediately you're building this this trove of just coins. All right, we'll go through them real quick. For the 400 coin tier, you have Kaido, Vivi Becker, Sabo Koala, Luffy Law.
I mean, Vivi Rebecca and Sabo Koala being there is pretty sick. But
amazing, right?
But for most people that actually need them, by the time you have enough tokens to get it, they probably won't be there.
Yeah, which is the issue there.
But it's fine.
I mean, but all 4 of those legends are fantastic for 400 coins.
Yeah.
Without a doubt,
All what I thought
too. Play. Yep, go for it.
And this is an angle that I didn't see anyone talk about, but imagine you save up or you do 40 multis and then you finally have enough coins to get your white whale unit that you've been wanting all this time, and then you get them, and then the next Sugo or whatever, you do a multi and you get them. Okay,
so I was gonna literally talk on that on the opposite end of that too. It's how do you know you're gonna pull the unit, right? You can't sit with this whole notion of oh, what if I buy the unit then pull them? Then at that point you should just never buy any unit because law of numbers says you'll eventually pull every unit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can't people that have that kind of the idea or that kind of argument, I feel is really ignorant because
I was just putting it forward as
No, I agree. I think people will, I guarantee you, people will have that debate where they're oh, I just picked up Kaido and then, Kizuna co-op for Luffy and Boa comes out and they pull Kaido. And they'll complain that they have Kaido and they have it's like you can't though, unfortunately.
I wasn't thinking of it so much as like this is a reason why you shouldn't spend your tokens. I was thinking of it as more like man, it's gonna be a shitty feeling. Like the feeling of like when you pull and it's like it's a guaranteed unit on the last poster and you get them in the middle of the multi. This is gonna be like way worse than that.
No, I feel like it will be a horrible feeling, but at the same time, I still hold my ground and I'm like, how do you know that you were gonna pull that unit again in the same multi?
It's gotcha. It's RNG.
Yeah, exactly.
You could do like a multi and like you get 10 reds and all of them be new reds. Like it's gotcha.
Exactly,
anything can happen.
I mean, let's shout out to Roy and shout out to that guy.
I hate that guy.
Multi first poster. He got kid. Like you know what I mean? You just don't know. Like it's just you can't ever have the argument of like, oh, I just did a multi and didn't get the unit, and then the next Sugofest, like people like I heard a lot of arguments where it was like people that pulled on Shanks Crew and they weren't able to go to the guaranteed. They didn't get Shanks Crew, right? But then the next Sugofest they got Shanks Crew, and they were saying, oh, if I had just not pulled on Shanks Crew banner, I wouldn't have spent 1,000 gems. And
that argument is so stupid.
It's stupid. Like it's very ignorant to have that kind of a mindset kind of idea.
Yeah. Plus, the number generator kind of resets. So it's, you could also think of it as like you never would have gotten that multi if not for all your previous ones.
But I think it's really good. I mean, like I'll just quickly jump to the JP Coin Shop. JP Coin Shop has Shanks Crew, Nami Robin putting a Sober Mask for the 400 coin tier. 250, they have Luffy. Sorry, I haven't gone to 250 on the other side. So yeah, it's 400 coins. Shanks Crew, Nami Robin putting Sober Mask. Thoughts?
That's very good.
Although, I mean, it's a little strange.
The Sober Mask part, yeah.
The Sober Mask and Luffy Zoro distinction between those two.
So then we'll jump to that real quick. So on the JP side, you have 250 coins for Luffy Zoro, Sabo Koala, V2 Cutter, and Carrot. And then on Global, you have Carrot, V2 Cutter, Capone, Brook.
Global's one's fine. I mean, 250 coins for Carrot, I think, is really good.
I think that is so good.
Yeah, that's a bargain.
Carrot is so good, and like 250 coins is if you don't have her yet, like I mean, you should have just if you don't have her, I would have honestly argued you could have just pulled on that Sugofest, which was guaranteed. Like ages ago. I don't know.
I can't remember what banner we were waiting for, though. We're waiting for a big banner, though.
Well, yeah, it was like before Shanks Crew, I think it was like that. So
okay.
Imagine not pulling Carrot. I know that feeling.
Man. Let's not talk about that Sugofest ever again, right?
Those are dark days, man.
That's a fact.
We've already talked about that one with Chris and Nick, yeah.
That's a fact. Never again, I think.
But the stupid thing is with JP, why is Luffy Zoro 250 but Sober Mask is 400?
When they go the goat.
Luffy Zoro is trash.
No, I don't think they're I don't think he's
it's a weird because like is it distinction of the power of the unit or is it like the number of release?
I think Bandai just has their own tier list.
Or maybe it's like they've got usability numbers that say, "Oh, this character used a lot more."
I mean, like that's now shown in the new JP update where they show in the stage details they show the most popular captains and the most popular subs.
Nice touch, by the way.
So, like, I guess that they have that data, and I mean, and again, it also I think it was on the road to 6 Anni where they had most used units, most used captains.
Global never got that either.
We didn't, unfortunately. It would have been interesting to see that for Global side too. But I think because they have that data, maybe they know that, okay, a lot more people use Sober Mask opposed to Luffy Zoro. So he's definitely going to be worth 400 coins opposed to Luffy Zoro being 250.
Yeah.
And then finally, 150 coins for Lucy or V2 Fuji, or on JP side, V2 Ray or Lucy. I think V2 Ray for 150 is fine as well.
Considering how good he is in Rumble and
exactly right. His 6+ is crazy for Rumble, so I think it's fine. But but Global don't you'd never. If you do, you're a clown.
Like, Global's 150 is Lucy and like Fuji, like that's
V2 Fuji.
Great.
If you pull on a Sugofest and you don't pull V2 Fuji, consider yourself lucky. Like honest to God, he's always there.
He's no one's white whale.
No chance. They give him to you when you start the game. They just say, "Oh, he's V2 Fuji, by the way." You pull him a bunch, but there you go.
It's like Hody Jones. He's everywhere.
And I guess one thing that we're missing is the items. Sorry, go, Joba. Sorry.
I was gonna say he's the Jola during second Anni.
Bruh, don't be that way.
Yeah.
There's
Anyway.
no way.
Trash units.
I guess the one thing we're missing is the items from the coin shop.
That was what I was looking forward to as well.
What do you guys think they're gonna be?
Hmm.
Do you think they're gonna do limit break packs? They're gonna do like just like, oh, you can get 10 crystals with 1 coin or whatever. I think there'll be potions. I could see like limit break materials, potions, and then rumble scrolls.
You know,
And probably
it'd be interesting if they just did like 200 tickets for a random red. Or 200 coins for a random red. I mean, it probably wouldn't be that good, but it'd be something.
I would argue that that'd be actually pretty good. All things
I'd do that.
considered. It's another way to get a red. Like, I mean, if you're not going to be spending your coins on items, or if you're not going to be saving them up for like potential units in the future,
Yeah.
like I feel like a lot of like whale players, you know, at that point, like if you're pulling all the units regardless, like, you know.
But
I
yeah,
think
the
it might be
system's just going to be
worthwhile.
really good for the free-to-play people and the people that
without a
don't
doubt.
spend many gems, because like they'll be able to stock up on those medals, and then in the future they can just choose whatever character they want, really. And I mean, depending on what batch is out at the time, you know,
Yeah.
ones are definitely going to be better than others. So
Yeah.
Some people are gonna miss the ones they want because they won't be able to get them in time, and that's
Yeah.
gonna suck.
Like, I think the only issue is I hope that they tell us what's coming to the coin shop before it does.
Oh yeah, that's a good
You
idea.
know what I mean? Like maybe
well, they probably should, because they
They should, right?
they've got
Like,
like,
imagine,
that
like-
banner that they've made
Yeah.
for it now. Yeah, so
imagine like 5 days before they say, "Oh, the coin shop's being swapped. You're going to be able to get this in unit. So make sure you pick up your Kaido or whatever before it rolls over." Because
No,
it'd
at the
be a
same
shame
time,
if
like,
they don't.
at the same time, you'd really hope that if they are going to do that, that they kind of place the big Sugos right at the end of the month, so you can do pulls first, then use your tokens, or
'Cause
wait for the
The
refresh.
coin shop's around for like what, 35 days? Like it's like pretty much
Because it
every
came-
month as well.
Because it came with the update, I would expect it just to be like resetting every month, like the Rayleigh shop.
So it's
Because
like
the update was like a week before the month
Yeah.
reset, so
Yeah.
a bit extra.
I could see that. Yeah. Well, I agree. Then it's gonna be kind of concerning when like you're gonna have the coin shop units leaving before the next big Sugo pops up.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be very little time to actually spend your coins potentially on.
I mean, with the way
units.
that they actually release banners these days, that actually falls in line. Like banners typically come out like right before the month.
Yeah,
switches over,
28th ish. You know, you're getting you're getting banners around 26th to 28th time.
Yeah.
And then you're getting like the big Sugo Fest always come out at the end of each month.
Yeah.
You know, so it kind of makes sense. No, I think it's cool. I think the coin shop's awesome. I'm keen to see what the items will end up being.
Yeah. I mean, unless they make a new item. I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't know. That'd be cool though.
Hey, you're gonna spend 200 coins on some ink bottles, bro? Hey,
No way.
No, sorry, Bob.
No, thank you.
All right. Anything else in the coin shop, fellas?
Nah. I mean, we pretty much touched up on it in the previous video.
It's a bit of a watch this space, I suppose.
Yeah, I think so. I totally agree. I think there's a lot they could do, but it is Bandai. So fingers crossed they don't mess it up.
Yo, imagine if they update the shop and they put V3 Rayleigh at 400 coins.
Bruh.
Imagine buying V3 Rayleigh.
I'd say no. I'd
Put him at 500.
Oh my god! Imagine buying V3 Rayleigh for 400 coins. No thanks.
It could not be me.
No.
Speaking on getting coins though, Kid and Hawkins Sugofest has joined us. 2.5 times legend rate. All right, raise your hand if you pulled.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, when don't we pull?
See, I was so adamant. I was like, I don't want to pull. But then I was watching Todd's stream and I saw the animations. I was like, fine.
Yeah.
Let me get in on this.
I'll pull as well. And
it paid off for you.
I
Honestly,
mean, like, I couldn't believe it.
And a 2.5 times red rate a discount multi look, isn't really a bad deal.
Yeah.
True.
Like, you know, like I think it was good. I mean, like I got 6-star Kid on the 5th multi. Todd got Hawkins.
And Sabo.
Oh, and Sabo too. So he's flying now.
I'm only missing Kid.
2 of the most useless legends.
The 2 worst super types.
How did you go, Joba?
I didn't get anything new. I just did the discount on both parts.
That's all right.
Okay, yeah.
And I got a snow mask, so whatever.
Like, yeah, even though you don't get anything, like discounts are worth even more these days because of the medals.
Exactly, without a doubt. Like 11 coins for 30 gems now. It's such a better trade than 50.
That's another thing too. Like, you know, we always talk about rip multis or whatever, but at the very least, you get medals now.
Well, like, you know, previously it was like, you get raid points, but raid points are still just plain and simple useless. And now the coins, especially when like I reckon in the next like iteration, like in the next month, they'll do an update with items in there too. Then the coins will become very, very useful. You know, so actually spending your gems for coins will become much more effective in that
I don't even know like what items they could put in there that would kind of entice me to use my medals. I mean, Rumble Scrolls would probably be the only thing.
I'd say if they have like a limit break pack that came with like everything, I'll do that.
If you could buy a pack with like or maybe like imagine maybe 5 medals per tablet, and you could buy like the new abilities.
Yeah,
or
I reckon
like the fear debuff or the hunger debuff when that comes out. That'd be nice.
They could even roll that kind of stuff over as well, right?
Yeah.
You know, they wouldn't have to display every tablet. They could display like in TM, they could have like 6 tablets available for this month. You can buy those, you know, with your coins to your heart's content. And then in the next month, they have a different 6 available. So they could do that too. So no, I think Kid Hawkins Sugofest was all right. I think what were they guaranteed on the 25th? I think it was.
Yeah, on part 2 and 3.
I think it's okay. I think that's like the best middle ground that they can
for not like a big celebratory Sugo, like that's about stock standard that we've seen.
And a free multi too. That free multis come with coins.
Yeah, that was nice.
Really interesting, you know. So it's got me thinking. Do you think? I'm sorry, Knight. Did the tickets that you got from Chopper Man missions, did they give you coins or was it nothing?
No, they don't come with coins.
Okay, so maybe it's just free multis on Big Sugofest then or whatever.
Man, speaking of that free multi, the rates are a fucking lie because I got more reds in the free multi like than I did in my other 2 multis combined.
It's like that. I don't know, man. They just switch that dial every so often. They don't want you to do well when you're spending the money. No, good Sugofest. I think it's good. And then I think last thing from global side, gem snails. Make sure you keep collecting those, and your stamp snails will be coming eventually too. So you know, always welcome.
When do those stamina snails come out? I don't actually remember, but either way, because we've got like stuff coming, like the Colosseum.
We have a lot of things coming out. Thankfully.
Yeah, Kid Forest is coming out in a couple days.
And Garp's resetting too, so plenty of gems on the table.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
So man, I gotta do those fucking things then.
Well, no, you should this time because eventually
Garp reset's going to be in the middle of the treasure map.
Okay, no sorry, Bob. Then
yeah.
All right, let's get into the summon animations. I know.
What do they mean?
What do they mean?
I don't think they mean anything, to be honest with you. I don't think they mean shit all.
Actually, I mean, no one knows. So far from all the multis I've done, they've made somewhat sense. Like the more stages I see, the more reds I see.
Okay, so you go through them, and I'll talk about my experience and see if they fall in the same line.
Yeah, I mean, basically, I think I had one where he went up to gear 4, and I got like 3 reds in that multi, and then I had one where he just went to gear 2, and I had 1 red. I had one where I had nothing, and I got nothing. So it almost makes me believe that it's like 1 for 1, you know?
No, so I had a gear 4 multi and got 1 red.
Same.
I had a gear 2 multi and got 3 reds. You know, so like the gears don't mean anything, I don't think, in terms of how many reds. And then the only thing that I have seen is that if you get every animation, that's the stars, that the shooting stars that are red, the cat, you get the dugong boat, you get the boat in the back, and then you get gear 4. I believe that means you get the boost unit.
I think I think it's like I feel like it's a rate boosted red. That's what I think it is.
I think that's what it is. Because I
think
you
got every animation. I got every animation. Yeah, every animation, and I got V3 Rayleigh, and and look, that was only a 1 red multi, just the guaranteed red, nothing in the middle, and he was a rate boosted unit. So maybe
that's the thing I don't like, right? The fact that the guaranteed the 11th poster can
trigger animations.
Can trigger animations. It just, I don't know. The animations just seem useless. I mean, Nye, you made actually a really good video. If you want to jump on this boat too, like I mean, like it was a good video you made there about the animations.
Yeah, thanks.
What do you
and humble too.
What do you think, man?
I don't know, man. I did some pulls like right before I got on here, and yeah, I've experienced like the same thing. Like I got like only the second stage Luffy, and then I would get like 3 reds. Yeah. Then I would go like gear 4, and then it was fucking 1 red. I was like, what the fuck?
It just doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah, it doesn't.
I don't understand the point of having these like grandiose animations, but not doing anything with them.
I'm sure there is something that, like, I'm sure they mean something, but
Yeah,
it's
100%.
just it's not 100% clear. Well, we appreciate the effort at the very least, but it does need some fine tuning.
Yeah, it keeps things exciting, but you just don't know what it means yet.
Yeah.
I think once we figure out what it is, I think once we figure out like a list and like you can open it while you're doing pulls and say, oh, if I get the dugong ship with the boat in the back, it means I'm getting a rare recruit, like a new rare recruit or whatever, then it's going to be a little bit more exciting. But I guess for the time being, it just doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
I think if you get Gear 4, you're for sure getting a red, right?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I feel like if you get Gear 4, you're definitely getting a red. Yeah,
I think that's the only thing that's like guaranteed. Everything else.
I think the cat guarantees at least a red too.
So here's what I mocked up in my head of what I would have liked using the animations, right? So if you get Gear 4, you're either getting 3 or more reds in the multi or the new legend. So it makes seeing Gear 4 way more worthwhile.
Yeah.
If you get the sea cat, you're getting a secret red. If you get if you get the dugong, you're getting a new rare recruit. If you get the sea train, you're getting a 2019 red. Something along those lines, man. If you get like the shooting stars, it's like same thing. It's a guaranteed rate boosted red, for example. Like I feel like something like that, where like each little element means something in particular, and if you get multiple in the same, if you got like Gear 4 and shooting stars, it would guarantee you that you're going to get the new legend.
Actually, I haven't seen what the animations look like when it's a single pull, because when it's multi-pull, it's nighttime. Single pulls are in daytime.
True, actually.
I wonder how different it would be.
Someone go sacrifice 5 quick.
I honestly think like the other 2 gachas that I play have a similar mechanic. Like when you pull, the first thing that you see is like a door, right? And if you see like a rainbow door, then it's a guaranteed, SSR or whatever equivalent to that game. If you see anything less than that, it could be anything.
Yeah. Really look at Genshin, for example. Genshin, very, very quick, very like simple. If it's gold, you get a 5-star. Like, at least something along those lines. Like these animations, I mean, like we said, once we figure it out, it'd be better. But I feel like it's a very missed opportunity to do something really exciting with them.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
We'll see what happens there. And
hopefully update them in the future.
I would refine them over time.
I'd love to see like event style ones. So if they did, for example, like arbitrarily a Luffy versus Katakuri in the future, they would have like the whole cake island theme, and like instead of you getting Gear 4, it'd be like different scenes from the anime. Kind of like keep it like related to the actual like event that's occurring. Yeah. That'd be really cool if you saw that. But I mean, I think now the infrastructure's there, the platforms are available for them to actually now go forth and add more to it. Hopefully, I mean Yoshi's at the helm. Who knows what's gonna happen there?
Mm-hmm.
And then moving just slightly continuing into the Sugofest realm, new rate screen, small update, but also very exciting. I feel like.
Yeah, it's a nice touch. They didn't really need to do it, but it's a nice touch.
But what I found interesting was that JP in their most recent Sugofest, instead of saying 3x red rate, they said 12%.
Mm-hmm. I guess I don't really know why they did that.
It was really weird. Like I feel like 3x sells it way more than 12% does. At least in my head, it does.
I actually like that they're on, so I'm not gonna like that. Like 12% actually sounds higher to me as a gacha player that knows how shitty rates are. 12% actually sounds not bad.
But I feel like it's because you play a lot of gacha. Like you hear percentage, it's more like understanding to you. But as someone that, let's just say, pulls every so often on Treasure Cruise, somebody hears 2 times legend rate, 3 times legend rate, they know that they're going to pull in the Sugofest. I don't know. Small
I guess
detail.
for those people that don't maybe know what the normal percentage is, because like we all know that like the percentage is like 4%.
4%, yeah.
Yeah. So people that don't know that and they say it's 2 times red rate, well, some people don't even know what that is. But if they just arbitrarily say, it's 10%, so it's 2.5 times rates or whatever, I think it's fine.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, JP blew it out of the water once again.
Yeah, surprise.
As they usually do. 10.2, big JP, lots of stuff. We're probably gonna miss a bunch of it, but we'll just go with what's interesting. So the Kizuna Shop happened. It exists. Pretty cool system there. It just basically works the same way as the the TM shop. You can pick up a lot of the old units. You can buy, you can actually buy gold PvP scrolls, large limit break potions, and gold support medals too.
Yeah,
So
that's
they're all
pretty sick.
available with Kizuna. And I think it's gonna be really cool to have that when it comes time with Team Kizuna, or like, have they actually announced how they're gonna be giving out those little Kizuna medals?
I was literally just about to ask that.
Right, resident JP play here. How they doing it? Have they figured it
To
out?
be honest,
Oh,
I haven't
yeah.
seen it. I have
I
to
don't know.
look at the pool animation to see.
I think like I could see them giving them out.
Maybe it's like an item you actually drop when you do
I mean,
Kizuna
it
runs.
probably could be similar to like blue tickets, where
Yeah.
like you drop them from the actual stages, or like you can get them from the chests in TM. So you could probably get them from the ticket pools in Kizuna. So could be that.
Yeah, it could
But
be.
I think always though, those things are always great just to have available so people can, catch up a lot quicker. Again, I think 10.2 was a big push for a lot of new players.
Yeah, for sure. And then like the
update.
medals help the veterans and the hardcore players.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a
Like
good update.
having everything available. I hope it means that the box 7 has no units, no limit break materials in
Oh,
terms
yes,
of like
please.
specific ones. So it's just all goodies, where like if you're pulling, there's nothing, you're not really, everything you're getting is adding onto something. It's not
Like,
just
it's so stupid that like we're still getting Zoro and Sanji
Bro,
copies
we
like
could have limit
nowadays.
broken
Like, why?
like I think I have enough to like limit break 3 different versions of it now.
It's like we don't need this
It's
shit.
so much, but I mean, like, I guess it's for the time being, it's like that means to like, oh, if you're a new player, you have the chance to get the unit again. But I guess this Kizuna shop just completely blows it out of the water now. And
Yeah.
has
As long
given
as they make the currency easy to get,
yeah,
or they make the stuff in the shop like not too expensive, then it's fine. Because I feel like sometimes the treasure map shop can be a bit expensive, especially for new players. But I guess you got to work towards that kind of thing.
because if you don't farm a lot in team, you don't get many blue tickets. I think like if you farm a good amount, you get like around like 15 to 20 every treasure map. So if you're not doing at least like 30 to 40 nav levels every TM, you're not really going to get a lot out of it every time.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully they make it a little smoother for Kizuna and allow people to get a lot of these medals and be able to spend them. I think it's a great update. I think they did a good job here. Just adding this, just more streamlining the UI and the UX as well is always what we want with Treasure Cruise. And, continuing on that notion, the replay library. All colos and raids are available now at all times. I think that is actually incredible.
So I think I have it correct. So every day at reset that you have like in this library, you have 200 points, and then each individual character is under a certain category of points. So one character might be worth 80 points, one might be worth 100, and then you use those points to unlock them for a certain period of time.
I think it's for 24 hours or for the day, like until
that makes
I would guess
that makes sense.
So like, and then you do that, and you can just farm them. So like, now there's and then obviously like they still have the recurring like the raids are still every day, so you don't have to spend your points like that. But I think something we haven't written down is that they're actually removing Colosseum entirely from Treasure Cruise now.
I did see that notice. Yeah,
I have no idea what it is, but I think it's like called like arenas or something like that now.
See if I can find the official.
I believe it's like the same idea, except it's probably just one unit. Like it's going to be just similar to a raid, I would guess, but it's just considered a Coliseum. I don't know. You can still get limit.
That'd be weird.
It's gonna be a weird kind of like feature that it's
okay.
weird.
So I have the post here. So it says the era of Colosseum is over. A new similar mode called Arena will be introduced. Inside there will be available both the characters to be dropped and the materials necessary to max their limit break. The old Colosseum will remain available in the library.
Yeah, so that's obviously that means all the previous Colosseum units are going to be available to replay. But that's interesting. I wonder how it's going to work. If it's going to be like a raid, or if it's going to be like you do.
I don't understand the purpose. Like, what was wrong with the Colosseum? I don't get it.
Yeah.
Unless they're just going to like rehash it, and like this new arena game mode is going to be like a better version of Colosseum. I
have a feeling it could be like a lucky dip style thing where like you just farm an event like a raid, and then you get an assortment of drops maybe. that could be like different colored characters, different color.
I hope that they fix the issue of getting Coliseum character limit break material. So maybe like this new event means like there's like an island for limit break stuff for that character, and then there's one for copies or something like that. Or there's the guaranteed every run or something. I don't know.
Good shout, actually.
Even just the guaranteed every run would be nice because I hate having to farm for limit break material.
Yeah, that's always the worst part.
And make it like challenging. You know, if you're going to guarantee every run, make it a little harder, I guess.
Oh, I mean, the Coliseums are relatively difficult these days.
You're true. But on the replay library too, they actually have a few event units as well. So that Wano Law and then that Wano Zorojiro are available to be purchased. That's good.
To
be played as well. The Rebecca, Diamante, and Jesus Burgess from the recent global event are also available too. So they have a few like event units that you can farm again, which I think is just
that's great.
Because that Zoro is amazing, you know.
They could legit just put in like any free to play event, like just have it in there now if they want, which is good.
Yeah, which I think they're gonna
like Bullet. That'd be good.
Oh,
is he not there?
I don't know if Ray Bullet's there.
Considering how many of those characters ended up being super useful as well, it's good for new players too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the time, you don't realize how much you rely on a lot of free to play units until you actually start.
Yeah, imagine playing the game with only summonable units. Good luck with that.
Rare recruits are doo-doo half. They do well for their content, and then after that, it's obscure when you're actually going to use them again. So
yeah, exactly.
It'd be interesting to see from that. I think the replay library is really cool. I really enjoy it. I think it's going to be a very exciting moment. I think the creme de la creme today for JP is the gem spent tickets. So if you've spent a minimum of 1 gem and up to 230,000 gems, you will be given some sort of remuneration for it.
No, I've never spent a single gem in my life.
Okay.
Wait. Hang on. I spent more than the 230,000, so it's going to happen.
You just get that. It's 230k plus. So you just get that last reward tier.
So I mean, someone's done that.
I've
actually spent $1 million.
Bro, that's the scariest part, right? Because they would not have chosen 230,000 as the max if at least one player hasn't spent 230,000 gems.
Yeah, because that's such an odd number to stop at.
Nah, that's a standard number. I'm sure they derive that mathematically.
All right, Joby, you run the math and figure out how much that is real quick while we get into.
Someone did calculate it. It's like over 100 grand or something.
No worries. Just pull out 100k from my
that's that's half the player base.
Yeah, that's like one Sugofest doesn't even make 100. Global makes like $300,000 a month. One guy has spent that over the. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. So like you'll be getting an assortment of rewards such as Pirate Rumble scrolls, silver, gold, red, and limited red tickets. Worth it?
I mean, it's nice. It's good for vets.
But like, I swear, if you're the guy that spent 230,000 and you don't have every legend, I feel horrible.
Well, yeah, that's terrible.
But like,
but like, at least they're giving you items on top of just the tickets. Because like, if it was just tickets, it wouldn't be as useful.
I think the way it's working is like you're gonna get between 1 and 20 Pirate Rumble scroll sets, and then a total of 20 tickets that range from silver, gold, red, and limited red tickets. So I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I think if for like above 230k, it's like 20 limited red tickets, and then 20 Pirate Rumble scroll sets.
Yeah, like when you say limited reds, do we know how limited they are?
I think 2020. I think
that's good.
I don't know actually.
If it is 2020, that's actually super good.
Because I remember seeing. I know 2020 is in the Big Mom Sugo, the Big Mom Kaido. So I'm not sure actually. I'd hope it was 2020 at least.
Like because what was New Year's for JP? Luffy Zoro.
Yeah.
And so from then onwards.
That's still like even if it was from Luffy Zoro onwards, still like except V3 Ray. You know, Sabo and Hawkins, you got a good amount of reds in those tickets, but
fantastic, yeah.
I don't know, like it's kind of scary. Like I don't know if it's worth it though. I feel like it's.
What would you want in return then? Like how? Like what's not good about it that you don't like?
I just don't. I think if you've spent like 100,000 gems. You're getting like, I don't know, probably like 10 reds, 10 limited reds or so. I feel like it's just not in equal value. Like, I reckon they should have done.
Yeah, no way. Yeah.
They should have done like multis instead of like this. You'd have got way more out of it. I feel like, because you would have got a bunch of other rare recruits, potentially other legends too. But I don't know, like, because how does Dokkan do it? Dokkan does it as like a ticket system, right? And then they can
do it.
exchange for what
Yeah,
they want.
they do it every 12 months, and then every 50 stones you spend, you get 1 ticket, which equates to 1 summon. Every 12 months. But the thing is like the way that I look at this reward system on JP with like how many gems you've spent, I think of it as just like, it's just a bonus to what we would normally not have. So I think either way, it's a positive. I know a lot of people saying, oh, it doesn't really equate to much or whatever, but I still think it's a positive either way,
Knight, were you able to check how many gems you've spent? Or are people able to check it all yet?
I looked over a couple pull videos that I've did, and I kind of calculated a little bit, but I didn't do it like accurately because I only counted like the gems that I spent.
Yeah, because like it's every gem period. Gems on Pam, gems on revives, and now obviously gems on box space, gems on Pirate Rumble. Like it's a lot of like different facets. Probably like the numbers when global players see it too, you won't believe it because you don't realize how many gems you spend on stam refills and such as well. So
nah, I do. I know exactly how many I've spent.
How many? Tell me, Joba. How many on the dot?
About 350.
Oh, okay. Get him out. Get him out of here. I hate this guy. All right. I don't know. What do you guys think though? Anything else on those tickets? Do you think they could have done it a different way?
It's well overdue. I'll say that much.
Yeah, I agree. I would love if they started doing this as an every 12 month thing now as well.
I agree.
At the end of each year or around this time each year, it was like hey, thanks for because now obviously with the 6.5 Anni thing being a thing now, maybe it's going to be part of the 0.5 anniversary type deal where they always, hopefully at least, they kind of do this. So it's gonna be cool to see how many gems people have spent.
Yeah, it's really nice getting compensated for spending gems. I actually do think they should take it a step further. I think they should give you a gem every time that you spend one as compensation.
What? Wait a minute.
You know what I mean? I think that'd be fair for all our trouble. I mean, we've played this game enough. Hell, that's the least they can do.
Bro, do you want them to go bankrupt? There's just no way.
Hey,
that guy that spent 230,000 gems sitting there laughing. He's done. He hasn't spent another gem in a day's life.
Hey man, nothing good lasts forever. So might as well go out with a bang.
That's true. All right, when they go with a bang, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, no time soon. All right, let's get into the. That was the meat and potatoes, but this is the glazed donut, the dessert. 6.
Oh yikes!
This isn't the cookie. This is the glazed donut.
This is the glazed donut. A mom gave me a cookie. I threw it on the ground, bro, and I asked for a donut instead. 6.5 Anni Sugo is here.
You just put Vegemite on it.
I'll admit the steps seem underwhelming.
3 times legend rate. We have rate boosted and selected rate boosted reds. We have a land of 1 red. On the 10th multi, you're guaranteed V1 Kaido. On the 15th multi, you're guaranteed a 2020 legend. On the 30th multi, you're guaranteed Kaido versus Big Mom.
Imagine doing 30 multis.
That's so trash. That is so bad.
Wait, I didn't actually see that step. So the 10th multi, you get V1 Kaido.
Yes.
What the why?
You know what's funny too? A guaranteed 2020 legend, that's like a lot less valuable as the year goes on. So I'm waiting for those guaranteed 2021 legend tickets, like at the beginning of the year.
So it's just Big Mom and Kaido just chilling.
Yeah, it's a pool of like 1 unit.
Perfect. I think the 2020 legend's all right. I think that's pretty cool. 15th. I think that's hella worth it. But like 30 multis for Kaido versus Big Mom.
I don't get why they're at 30 multis. Why aren't they 25 or 20? It doesn't make sense.
Isn't this the big 6.5 anniversary Sugo where we're meant to be excited? It's it's the halfway. Like, why are they 30? Surely you put them at like 25 at the least.
Maybe they're too strong.
And
they are.
Speaking on how strong they are. So we did go through in the previous video what their captains and their specials were. But like obviously Kaido and Big Mom are 5x captains to 3 colors. Their specials are bonkers as they are. But now we got to figure out what the versus condition is. And this is the big selling point for this unit.
Yeah, it's kind of insane how good it is.
So their versus condition to actually proc the effect is to consume 10 recovery tandem or similar orbs with normal attacks. Very easy.
Yeah,
very. If you could do that once every 2 turns,
considering the captain effect increases the chances of them appearing too.
So like it's peanuts at that point, right? Now,
I got it.
But
hit it, Joba.
Yeah, well, just quick side note. It's I'm very interested to see what like versus what are we calling it, versus special? What the conditions are going to look like for other units. Because like I wonder if it's all going to be based on like slots that you have, or if maybe something
I think it's going to be based on it, like either damage taken, damage healed, maybe even damage done.
It could be all kinds of things.
It's going to be numeric stuff because super type is related on what units you have in your party.
All right.
You know, in your team. So I think this is going to be like consume HP or like recover or like that kind of stuff.
Or maybe like it could be similar to like Blackbeard. Like if you like launch the special X amount of times, it levels up the gauge each time.
Oh, if you do 6 specials, you get to use your verse.
Yeah, something like that could work.
I'm just gonna end before Bandai actually implements it. If we ever get equipment in the game,
with tinfoil hat here.
Yeah, if we actually ever get like equipment in the game, you know, make it something like, you know, Zoro must have a sword equipped to activate his versus special or some bullshit like that. You know,
I hope if Toadskii gets equipment, I'm out.
There is
nah, it could be cool.
I mean, before actually no, let's get to the other thing about versus specials. Hit it, Papi.
Do we need to read them off?
Well, you can if you want.
We'll get to the other thing. I mean, I don't know if we have the same thing.
It's the thing that makes them broken.
Yeah, you can just use them as a sub.
Yeah, the versus special works.
What are you talking about?
They don't even need to be the captain. It's essentially captain action, but not having to be the captain.
I'm fine with that. I'll be honest.
Are you kidding me? That is so broken.
It's busted,
man.
Big Mom as a sub is just.
Have you read the versus specials, Joba?
Yeah, dude. I'm so excited to have a second special. My bad. Third special. Man.
Okay, let's
there's so much more variation. Like there's so many more things you can do. It's
good.
It's a new era.
I agree.
It's cool, but it is.
I agree with you in that sense, 100,000,000%, right? But like, it's so broken.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean,
so good of units.
I'm thinking in terms of like things like Kizuna, like even though they are broken for maybe normal content, like you know, they're gonna be really cool for doing new thresholds of damage.
Oh yeah, by the way, Bullet, shout out to that guy, gets supported by both of these units too. So Bullet's still on the rise, bro.
He's king. He's king.
All right, Kaido's versus special. For 3 turns, 500 times a character's attack and typeless damage. This is AoE end of turn damage.
That's more than V1 Kaido's.
Exactly. Yeah. And then in that turn, do 3 times the amount of damage that he himself has done in typeless damage to the enemy with the highest amount of HP.
It's basically like Bullet.
Like, why?
But yeah, I mean, that's really good.
It's so good, dude.
And yeah, and his captain ability also reduces their health at the end of each turn too.
So you just have that way to you just bring them all down and then
cuts health, damage, yeah.
And it's not hard to get this special. You can clear you can clear high HP content.
Oh, and the other thing as well is so that lasts for 3 turns.
Yeah.
The enemy cannot remove them.
That's right. That's correct too. These are abilities that cannot be removed.
So you can use it on a stage 4, take it in stage 5. They remove your beneficial effects.
Too bad.
You still got it.
You're still getting banged up with some damage.
And you can use that as a sub, by the way.
It's not okay, man. It's just not okay.
That's fine. That whole remove beneficial thing is some bullshit.
That's fine. Finally, but I mean, like,
that's fine. Yeah,
that's special. I mean, Big Mom's special though. Like,
yeah.
3 turns, she does her own normal attack, ignores all defensive effects. 3 turns recovery.
And base defense as well.
So it's everything.
It's like Sober Mask.
It just goes through everything. Period.
Yeah.
And then for 3 turns, recovery orbs turn to similar orbs. And then at the end of the enemy's turn, she heals 15 times the recovery, which is multiplied by the number of enemies defeated by normal attacks.
Dude, I'm
Yeah.
just waiting. I can't wait for
And-
the day that we get one that goes around normal attack only. It could be like a versus
Yeah,
ability. That'd be cool.
I'm sure it could at some point.
It will happen.
But like
But
Big
that
Mom
is
is really
so
cool because she can
good.
heal. Like
Oh,
if there's 6 mobs, she kills them all. You heal for a shitload. Plus, with her captain effect, she can heal every time you hit a perfect with the recovery or similar slots.
So it's just, and you know, chuck Luffy Sanji friend captain. Now you got 2
And she's
bars
got
of
1.5
HP.
health. Yeah.
It's so much. Like it's such survive.
And she's
really
in.
good. And she's in. Like it's just what more do you need with this? Like they're so strong.
Yeah, they're good. Are they the best in the game?
Oh,
They're close.
They are very, very close.
I don't know if they are though. I don't know.
The top three is Luffy, Sanji, Shanks crew, and then this unit.
Bro,
I don't think you can go past Luffy Sanji still.
I don't think you can. I agree,
Yeah.
Cobb. I 100%. I think Luffy Sanji just being a Rainbow 5X when they're combined, obviously, with 2 bars of HP. Like,
And even in a dual unit, they can reach up to like what 4x as like the single units as well. Like that's insane.
yeah, 4X minimum is the single units. Like, they're bonkers, you know?
Nah.
Rainbow 2.5
And
attack.
they're Rainbow. Like this, I guess you can argue that Big Mom and Kaido have the restrictions that of 3 colors each. But then again, that's still a wide variety of
You know, that's actually
options.
one part of the unit that I think is really bad is the fact that, you know, this unit is a color captain where I feel like color captains at this point should just be restricted to the
Super type.
super types. I just don't
always super types. Yeah.
if you're gonna make a unit that's not super type, but then make them a type captain, that's that's so boring. Like, come on, bro.
And then I guess though, if you have the caveat of making them a versus unit, you kind of get.
Yeah, I mean this
That
unit's still
little
really
bit-
good. Yeah,
They're
either way
good.
you look at it,
I don't think they're best unit in the game though.
they're close.
They do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think they're the best, but they're close.
I still think Shanks Crew holds it down, bro. I'm gonna kick it to you. Quick.
Yeah, I still think Shanks Crew's
Shanks Crew is so good. And like
Yeah.
Bullet honestly is still a silent sleeper for people. fact
Bullet
that, like-
just doesn't die.
The fact that like
Nah,
he
man.
keeps on getting support from all of these units that are coming out.
Yeah, I mean,
Is
they keep making too
insane.
many strong int and strength.
He is straight, and then Bullet just sits there. He's like, "What's up?" Like he is insane. But no, I think
allow me to introduce myself.
at every possible moment.
Yeah,
Nah, man, Soba Mask is still my guy.
No,
yeah.
all right,
But
relax.
Soba doesn't have any HP, damage reduction, or healing.
That's fine. Who
He's
needs to take
squishy.
damage nowadays?
He's squishy.
What do you
And
mean?
taking
I like him
damage-
as a sub though.
Oh, him as a sub is busted.
Yeah, Soba as a sub
Yeah.
is my boy.
Night,
He's so good in Kizuna.
Did you pull on this Sugofest night?
I did.
All right, hit us up.
Oh, when is this episode coming out? Just have to make sure.
Oh shit! Hold on, he's got a vid come. All right, relax. This episode's coming out in 2 days from now.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I pulled.
And what? And he got them. You got them. I hate,
Yeah.
I hate this guy. He got them. You monster. You absolute.
He's
demon.
actually playing with them right now.
He's actually just laughing as he's using them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, you know what? Props. That's
Did you get it?
respect.
Did you get any other new legends?
No, I only got them, unfortunately, but it's good. Like I can't
Yeah.
complain.
Yeah, you-
No,
yeah,
Like,
like
no,
that.
without a doubt. No,
Yeah.
you-
I don't want
My,
people
uh,
hating on me.
absolutely not.
My friend Nippa got him in the second multi on part 1.
I saw a lot of people get them hella early. Like I think like TSF got 2 of them in like 4 multis.
Yeah, he did 5 multis total and got all of the new characters.
He got 2 of them. I was like, what the
Yeah.
hell are you doing, bro? Nah.
They might be the legend that I'm excited for. Like everything before them, I'm not really that psyched for, to be honest.
So you're
Bro,
mostly
Luffy-
excited for Kaido and Big Mom.
Bro,
Yeah.
Luffy Sanji, are you kidding me?
Screw
I'm
those guys,
so
man. I
fucking-
hate
Luffy
I hate dual
Sanji
units.
are so good, but they're boring in my opinion.
That's
Yeah.
like Bandai just loves to do that.
But
The
you
best-
can't skip it though.
No, you can't. That's a
Yeah,
but all right, we can do this. Captain Papi, TM, Sodafode, copyright 2019, 2020. This is the next milestone Sugofest. It just
Yeah.
is.
okay.
Like
Oh.
it's just you have Luffy Sanji, and then you have a bit of like a break when you have like Law and Hawkins. So Law and Mihawk are great units. The new Shanks is also very strong too. But this is where you want to be pulling. And after Luffy Sanji, this is definitely the next one. I think it's good. We're getting this like at least like 3 to 5 month gap between these milestones to go fest. So this is for people that are planning their gems out. Save your gems for Luffy Sanji and then continue saving them onwards for this banner here. Now, there's a lot of buzz around. Global players. Is this our Anni unit?
No, I don't agree. I still hold it down for Luffy Sanji as the anniversary.
I think Luffy Sanji's Anni. I think these are French Anni.
No, I don't agree.
Really?
No. I just feel like there hasn't been enough time to pass.
If you kind of factor in.
So what came after Luffy Sanji?
Law and Mihawk.
Yeah. And then Shanks.
And then Shanks after that.
So I would say after Luffy Sanji, so then you've got probably a month and a half to 2 months.
Yeah, we're at the end of February now with Luffy Sanji.
Yes, I would think Kaido, Big Mom are gonna be like late April, May-ish.
But that's my concern is that you could push it to May, and then it falls in the French Anni banner.
Well, they could, unless if like whatever comes out on New Year's is our French Anni.
Shit,
that could happen.
Odin.
I think it's Odin.
That would be freaking amazing.
Well, I think it's Odin. Like I've been conspiring and thinking. I think it's Odin. I think he's coming.
It's gotta happen. Like, is the anime there yet? I haven't kept up with it.
He's been in flashbacks and he's in the opening. But then again, Sober Mask was in the opening and came out way earlier. Yeah.
True.
I mean, and Snake Man was spoiled, so like they don't give a damn, you know.
Like they don't care. They don't give a shit.
I think we could definitely see an Odin for New Year's. And I'm gonna put my money on it now. Odin simultaneous release on Global and JP versions.
Bro, the levels of nut that
I'm telling you, refer back to this episode when I'm right.
I disagree. I don't think it'll happen. Because for it to be Odin, he's gonna have to be busted, and he'll be like JP busted. So there's no way they'd give him to us like 6 months.
All right.
I mean, what about V3 Akanu? Do you think he's quote unquote JP busted as you've?
No, he's not good.
Nah.
I don't think V3
I don't
Akanu
think
is
so.
good at all. To be honest with you,
I think he is actually really good. I like him a lot. To be honest,
I think he's cool, but I don't think he's.
Like the only problem with his special is like he's an attack booster and then he gives the conditional, but like obviously the conditional isn't always going to be active, and then like he has the added effect of removing barriers, which is like cool, but it's not an effect that's not going to be active all the time. So I think most of the time you're only getting an attack boost from him. You're not getting all manipulation. You're not getting debuff removal. Well, except for barriers, but that's very situational. So his special ability is his biggest flaw, really.
I honestly don't think he's all that good in PvP either.
I think he's overrated in PvP.
The only reason he's good in PvP is because he's half cost.
Yeah.
I think as soon as he becomes full cost, no one's using him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree
for sure. He didn't even hit that hard.
Like he's just not that good.
I mean, like, because what I will say though is that when the timer is less than 30 seconds, he is such a godly unit because he reduces all enemies' defense by level 3 at max passive, which is really good. And then he like then minus his defense when he launches his special and then does the huge hit.
Yeah.
So like below 30 seconds, he's gonna be a god. Now I've noticed that a lot of strength units are really good when the timer is low. Like even like Super Type Snake Man's really good when it's less than 30 seconds left. So it'd be interesting to build a strength team around that.
But you could have V1 and Kainu and get 3 barrages of damage under 30 seconds.
That's correct. Yeah.
And I feel like that's going to do you better, especially at 30 seconds.
That's actually kind of funny because like it's also like the V1 Kuzan's also used a lot more than
way
V2
better than the V2.
Yeah. It's kind of funny when you put it that way.
I thought of a fun discussion topic potentially since I somewhat procrastinated in farming, so I more left it to the later days. And so kind of all day to day, I was hovering around like 1150 in rank. And so I spent the entire day grinding to get to top 1000. And so I got to thinking, a lot of the units that I fought, some of them were some bullshit. Like V1 Kuzan was a fucking pain in the ass. I would like to discuss like what the most annoying characters to fight against
V1
are.
Kuzan, hands down, is probably one of, if not
I
the
actually,
most
if you got lucky and you only hit like one unit that was separated from everyone else, that wouldn't be that
That's
bad.
Plus,
I feel like it depends on the it depends
Yeah.
on the team composition that you're going up against, because if it's a shooter team, it's a lot easier because the shooters aren't super defensive. But if you go up against like the striker team, forget it. It sucks.
I
Yeah.
actually think what's his name? Bullet, he wasn't even all that bad, to be honest.
No,
Because
Bullet's not bad.
his health cut wasn't all that bad, and then his taunt, it wasn't even a huge factor because like all my characters did like AoE specials and shit.
Yeah, he just sits there with a lot of HP. That's it.
The only reason why Bullet was
Capone's
so
way worse,
praised,
I think.
Yep.
No, Capone's way worse, hands down.
Yeah,
But I
he's
think
a
the only reason why
tank.
Bullet is so praised is because he came out. Oh, he didn't come out. Sorry, but like when JP first had Pyro Rumble, there were no buffed characters. The meta was, use your strongest units and hope for the best. And having a unit like Bullet that would say, "All right, you attack me, and I have so much HP." Like it was, he was fantastic at that time. Because I think the issue is that Global having the buffed units come out, the meta just gets set, and that's the concerning factor for me, is that this meta is going to continue for a long time unless Global releases a global first Pirate Rumble unit that counters slashes directly or counters int units. I mean, we can wait for Germa and stuff for int units.
They need a unit that counters slashes and int.
Because we can't wait for JP, right?
If it was a Psi unit that got rid of
because if you wait for when JP gets the unit, Global then has to wait like 5 months to get it, and probably within that 5-month period, the meta will have shifted.
Well, I mean, look, we got like the support Sengoku and stuff as a rare recruit. I think that
they're going to have to start thinking about the different metas and where they're going and build units individually, but obviously still have us receive, the white beard and all those units that have come out on JP as well. But I think Global needs to have their own path with Pyro Rumble units too.
That'd be cool. I'd be down for that.
I think just because the meta is going to be so different to one, can't just hope that JP releases a unit that counters slashes and then pray to God that Global will get that quicker or something like that. So I don't know. I think like PvP is kind of a mess at the moment, but I think people. I mean, like on that though, how'd you guys enjoy the PvP?
It was, the grind was kind of a pain in the ass, but it was kind of fun. I'll be honest, in a way.
It's refreshing, isn't it? It's a refreshing, like it's something new to look at. Even though, like you said, it's a lot of gems, but very refreshing.
I also kind of, I wasn't looking forward to learning PvP because I knew there was going to be so much shit involved, and I knew it would take ages to really learn it. Like, I procrastinated on like watching the Toadskii video on it or whatever, to learn all the mechanics. I think the best way for me to learn is just play it, pay attention to the mechanics.
It's not stupid. It's not hard to play. It's just hard to like quote
team
unquote
composition
get good at it.
Team composition is like it's difficult to learn because like units, depending on where you put your unit, places them in a different position, and then that can factor in how they move. And
even after all of that, even if like you're up against a team that you've beat a lot in the past, you can still lose. You still have a chance of losing.
Yeah,
it's never a guarantee win.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, oh, I've got a freaking hair in my mouth. Hold on.
Okay. Man, I can't imagine. Imagine the first few months like on Japan when they first had this and they didn't like know what teams would be really great. It must have been a nightmare.
Get back to the question I wanted to ask. So,
my bad.
Were there any units in Pirate Rumble that you found like surprisingly really good that you didn't think were going to be good? Or even like ones that you went up against, you're like, oh, that's surprising. That's actually not bad.
Let me have a look.
Because one unit that I found that I've versed a lot that was actually surprisingly really good was that Strength Stampede Usopp.
Yeah, that unit is really good.
Like he's got a great passive and a really good special too.
Here we
really
go.
Good for shooters.
Honestly, my MVP was that Pirate Rumble Neko. I think that Neko is insane. I think Whitebeard, V1 Whitebeard, just like that quick HP cut, and it's a big HP cut too.
Yeah,
is honestly bonkers.
V2 Whitebeard too. He was doing some work.
V2 Whitebeard ain't bad as well.
He was okay. Yeah,
I think Rebecca and Viola. Sorry.
Yeah,
they're a fantastic defensive unit. Lots of recovery. You get a nice attack boost. And I think all the int units are incredibly powerful too.
Yeah, those
Otama
teams
was
are
a
fucked
bitch
up.
to go up against. If I
Mm.
saw a max level Otama
Oh,
and it wasn't a free spirit crit team, yeah.
I'm
I mean,
not versed.
because
Sure,
free spirit crit
Hoshi's
teams
the
were
one
like
that I
the ones I
hated.
could always beat.
Oh, I
Yeah.
hate Hachi too.
Yeah, sure, Hershey was not fun.
He's a pain in the
I
ass.
did
But,
I did love seeing every time I saw the free spirit teams, I knew that it was going to be a pretty easy win.
free.
Oh, another character that
Free.
was surprisingly really good was Frankie.
Yeah,
Oh,
Frankie
yeah.
is a fantastic unit.
Jack.
Defense,
Jack
you
is
get a bit
doing
of
good.
HP
Jack,
cut.
yeah.
Jack is really good. I think Jack is like he's okay because he's his first special before the first 30
Yeah.
seconds, you get the big HP cut. But after that, it's kind of like
Mid.
you get defense and you get a small HP cut, but it doesn't really do much, you know. It's not, I don't know. But
Oh, there was a fucking KFL was kind of fucking me up a couple
I
times.
want to figure out a way to utilize Kung Fu Luffy.
It's cool, but paralysis doesn't stop you from using your special. So
That's
I
the
didn't find
only
it.
issue there.
I didn't find it to be that useful. Like paralysis just cripples free spirit crit teams. Like that's a really good way to stop them, I suppose. But
Mm.
if
But
if
you can
you if
follow
you got a
anything.
team that's so tanky, like paralysis doesn't matter.
And Magellan with that dot damage. I hate, bro, and like the damage over time stuff. I feel like that's an underused mechanic that you could really
Yeah, or V3 Kanu does that too.
Yeah, you can really like V3 Kanu's end of turn damage over time is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
you can really play on those factors.
I thought of another one, of 6+ V1 Big Mom. I think her special, like, she hits like twice or something, and it's like a pretty big nuke.
Yeah, it's similar to like the Akanu, like how much time's left. She does like more damage or something.
Yeah, it was some bullshit.
Yeah, it's gonna. I think it's gonna be cool. Like,
and the MVP is that rare recruit NL dude. He's insane.
oh no, that guy's broken.
And everyone knows how good V1 Dofi is.
Yeah, like V1 Dofi, Kizaru, Inu, all those units, like they're just like.
I was actually reading up
can use
the Legend Kid. He actually is
He's
like
not bad for Dex teams.
He is essentially V1 Dofi for Dex teams.
Yeah, he's very good for
Essentially.
Dex teams, but it's just unfortunate that
Yeah.
Dex kind of doo-doo as every
Hawkins-
facet of the game.
And Hawkins got the dirty end of the stick because he is just trash in PvP.
Dude, Hawkins just sucks, man.
I can't believe it, man.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
These
What's
units
next?
be crazy, bro.
I wish there was a faster speed up button.
Yeah,
Oh, true. Yeah, sometimes matches take forever.
I feel that too.
Oh.
I mean, do you guys want to go through the Pirate Rumble stuff of the new of Big Mom and Kaido? Or do you just want to jump?
Yeah, they are kind of dumb. Yeah, in
Alright,
Rumble.
cool.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Kaido's Pirate Rumble special is cuts the HP of one enemy by 90%, and he has a level 10 reduced own special CT charge rate. That's it. This is at max level, by the way.
And he's 25 CT.
It's just stupid.
What?
It is so stupid.
Like, there's obviously risk and reward with that because if an enemy is really low HP and then like Kaido targets them, it's a whiffed special.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he'll get his special back very quickly and just do it again. Want to see me do it again?
And then you'd have that kind of like notion where like Kaido does, and then you'd have hopefully a unit that has their special after Kaido that cleans up, like something like a Tesoro or a Kuzan or a Carrot.
V3
like
Katakuri.
Yeah, exactly right. Where like you'd have that fixed damage, you clean up those really really low HP units, and you can quickly keep like rinse and repeating that. And then his ability is at the start of the battle for 40 seconds, level 10 own HP up, level 3 defense up, and then if the remaining time is 60 seconds or less, level 5 own attack up, level 5 speed up.
It's tanky at the start, and strong at the end.
Yeah,
He's
a very good unit.
I actually don't think he's as busted as some people were saying at first, because like that whole 90% HP cut, like it's not going to turn around a fight, you know, because it's just single target. It's not going to like kill the entire enemy team or anything.
No,
I think
It's
though
pretty deadly,
obviously will have its clutch moments where like it'll hit a unit, like let's say like Capone's about to heal, hits the Capone for 90% HP cut, and then your special procs before theirs, and you can kill.
And even depending on the unit, like after a 90% HP cut, some characters with normal attacks will just kill them.
Yeah.
So
it's most valuable early on too, where like you know they're full HP, but if they're at half HP and you get it, it's not as valuable. It's half as effective.
Like I guess though, because it's 25-second CT, it's gonna happen before most specials occur. So like you kind of hope that happens, and then you have specials in the back to quickly kill off units.
Yeah, it's strong for sure. But but I don't think it's busted.
No, I don't think it's going to be a game. I think
It'd actually be really good against defense teams that only have like 4 characters.
Yeah, you better
Yeah,
clean
for
house.
sure.
Yeah, if there's like
You better
7
clean house.
enemies, yeah, it won't be as good.
And then Big Mom, her special is 1.5 times attack to enemies sideways medium range. When the remaining time is 50 seconds or less, 2 times attack to enemies in sideways medium range. And the remaining time is 30 seconds or less, 3 times attack to enemies in a sideways large range.
Does it do like multiple hits, or is it just like a hit depending on where the timer is?
I'm not 100% sure actually. I don't know if it's written the same way that V1 Big Mom is written, where like it.
So like the one at the start, the first hit, is that got any timer attached to it?
I think that's just initial.
So so you're at least getting 2 hits.
I think so.
Yeah.
But
That's
like,
good.
I feel like Big Mom as a bench unit will be huge as well. 3 times the character's attack in
What's
a
the
large
passive?
passive is start of the battle for 40 seconds. Level 5 increase special CT charge rate to int. Remaining to when the remaining time is 60 seconds or less. Level 8 own speed up. Remaining time is 30 seconds or less. Level 10 own CT charge rate.
Yeah, that's good.
I think her as a bench unit will be very, very useful, defensive or attacking. Because you can come in and clean house, you can come in and do a lot of good work there.
And I think she also 25 CT.
I think she's 30 something, if I remember
I was
correctly.
gonna say if that's 25, that's
No,
actually
I think she's
bonkers.
like 30. I think she's like 35, 32.
Okay, that's balanced. Yeah, she's good.
Something along those lines. Let me have a look real quick.
And she's int.
Yeah, she is in. So she, int gets even more support.
I mean, I don't even think she'll be
35.
optimal for the. I don't think she'll be optimal for the
No,
int
she's
team.
not. She's
Yeah.
not. I could see her as like maybe putting her on defensive team potentially.
Yeah.
But
that's
like
that's one of the great benefits of this unit is like it's like 2 separate legends in one character.
yeah, that's the bonkers part of the fact that like
Yeah.
you just select them. You just choose I want to use Kaido. All right, bang. Now you have Kaido in your box.
Super interesting.
So, like I was saying earlier, most of what I know from PvP is just from just doing it, just observing the matches and seeing what happens. But there's still a lot of the mechanics that I haven't really delved into. Like, are there any PvP like passive abilities that are debuffs against the enemy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
V3
so,
Katakuri.
I figured that might be the case because that explains why some people on their teams, like if they have basically a 5-unit team and they have like pigs in the front or whatever, that are I guess the reason is for the pigs to get affected by a debuff or something, and then their like units in the back will come in clean. I figure is how that's
I
gonna
think
work.
actually I don't know how that works. Like
Yeah.
so
Uses bait usually is what I kind of.
yeah, but like that is a good question. I mean, I'm pretty sure it still works that way because like if V3 Katakuri debuffs side characters, but if you got a side character on your bench and then he comes on later, he'll still get affected by Katakuri's debuff, I think.
I believe so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
I mean,
as Papi said, the pigs are basically there to like bait people to attack your team.
yeah, I
And
guess
it's
that's
also
what it
good
is.
because like pigs are also good for defense teams because like it eats up a hit.
True.
So like at least you save a little bit of damage, so like kind of ramp it afterwards. But I don't know. It's for me, like the pigs are like the bait units are literally just purely just for the bait.
Yep.
It'll be interesting to see how PvP evolves. And on
Yeah.
that notion,
Yeah, it was
time.
kind of cool.
Questions.
Question time. Thank you guys for asking us questions.
Nice.
Huh?
I said we're already at questions. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, this is the speedrun version.
Speedrun any percent.
Oh, any
We
percent?
did have an entire like GGP extra over a lot of
Yeah,
those.
so I didn't want to. Yeah, we could have.
Yeah,
built a
that's
lot
fair.
deeper. So let's jump into these questions. So as always, you can ask on Twitter, Instagram, and on the YouTube community page. Add GGP Podcast Twitter, Instagram, and then obviously Good, Great, Perfect where you're at right now, which you should hit that subscribe button if you already haven't at the start of the video. Just saying that. All right, let's get into this. On Twitter, Straw Hat Goose asked favorite starter Pokemon.
Easy, Empoleon.
Nice.
Torterra.
Nice.
Dude, that water quick typing is
Water quick.
Quick typing. Let's go.
Wait, dude, I'm tired, man. I've been up since like 5 a.m.
Water quick.
What did I mean to say? Water steel.
Yeah,
Jesus.
there you go. Cobb, what do you got, man?
I probably would have said Empoleon as well, but I'll mix it up and say Trico.
Trico's banging.
Yeah, dude, that was a fucking cool. He's a cool guy.
I would have picked Trico, so I'll continue that trend and I'll go Torchic. Torchic's sick.
Knight.
Cyndaquil.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a-
that's
dude,
cool.
Fire on the
Dude,
back.
second gen starters are awesome.
I don't know what Dylan's ones. Dylan would have probably picked Piplup as well,
Yeah.
Well,
or maybe
you get-
Meganium
guys
because he
think
liked
that-
Meganium.
yeah, Meganium's. Do you guys think the Typhlosion or Feraligatr is cooler?
For Alligator.
For alligator.
Ooh.
No, Typhlo. I love Typhlo.
Get
Hey.
out of here, Cookie Muncher.
Yeah, get out of here, you muncher. Donut gang. We
Yeah,
Oh,
donut
dude,
boys.
that's the next Twitter poll.
Typhlosion or for alligator.
Yeah, man.
I'm
doing it
telling
right
you
now.
right now, Typhlosion be getting donuts, big zeros.
All right, we're about to find out.
Maybe.
Typhlosion's lame, bro.
All right. Moving on from @Curious Cow, Chris Cow. Shout out to that guy.
Yeah, shout out to that
Shout out
When are
to
you
that
going to interview my replacement? When are you going to interview the replacement, guys?
guy.
Yeah, man,
I don't know if that'll ever happen.
I don't even know their Twitter. If I can figure out their Twitter, I'll swindle a DM.
I can find their Twitter.
Dude,
Oh,
I want to know when we're gonna interview Yoshi-san.
I'm telling you, I've already planned the one-on-one interview to me in Japanese.
I have their Twitter. It's here.
All right, I'll send them a DM in the next coming week. From Freddie Y2K asks thoughts about OP Chapter 1000. What do you guys think's gonna happen?
Shit,
Like,
I haven't read this
maybe
chapter.
all right, let's try to avoid like spoilers and think like what like do you think it's gonna be like this big grandiose chapter? Do you think it's gonna be like just a regular chapter? Do like in that kind of realm? What do you guys think?
If they make it like Link or something, that would be so cool. Like to celebrate that it's fucking 1,000
He's
chapters.
going to learn. Luffy's going to learn Rasengan from Master Jiraiya.
All right,
Oh,
get
shit.
out of here.
I think he's gonna learn the Kamehameha.
Ooh.
Maybe go Super Saiyan.
What if Goku and Naruto just pop up in Wano?
Whoa. Do you guys remember that game? There was like a crossover game.
Shonen Force? What is it? Jump Force?
Oh,
Jump
shit.
Force.
No,
That's-
I was thinking of I forgot about that actually. I was thinking of one that was way earlier. It was like Jump Superstars or something like that.
wasn't there a gacha as well?
Jump
Like,
Stars?
Jump Stars, yeah,
Yeah.
I heard that.
Yeah.
There was a gacha too, like a shonen gacha as well.
Yep.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
It was
realistically,
like a webtoon one too. Anyway.
realistically, I think Chapter 1000 is just going to be a show. Like it's going to be like prior to the showdown. I'm going to say.
It's gonna end before like the big fight starts.
Yeah,
I
that's
would-
what I think.
I think something that would be cool is if at the very end, like it cuts away to something that like big, like a huge cliffhanger, like something crazy. Like, do you remember
That
the
would be
giant
cool,
straw
too.
hat?
I
The giant,
reckon that'd be cool. Something like that, yeah. I reckon that'd be kind of tight. There you go.
It's too hard to predict. Oda's a freaking beast.
Oda's a genius, you know. So
Yeah.
you can't really.
dude,
Think
people have been theorizing and theory crafting for fucking decades. And
Yeah, and they're
Oda
still
just
wrong.
throws in, like you can't predict what Oda's gonna make happen.
Exactly. So I don't know. We're all probably excited. I'm keen. I think everyone's keen for more One Piece chapters. So.
For sure. I gotta read this week's. I forgot.
Oh no, there's a
Yeah.
good chapter too.
Cool.
All right. From Paz Ricardo asks, since you guys started playing Treasure Cruise, has it helped in any moments with depression or bad times? Are you grateful to the game, or do you just feel it's just the game?
Treasure Cruise caused
Man.
depression, dude.
Dude.
I was gonna joke and say the same thing.
Yeah, so was I, but not a joke.
If you're not like, I imagine the people that listen to an OPTC podcast like are reasonably big players. I imagine. So that means that if you're invested in this game, it's been a fucking emotional roller
No,
coaster
Joba,
for
they just
you.
love you very, very much.
They all adore you, Joba. That's why.
Hey, I mean,
Everyone
other than
comment
that,
down
I mean,
below. I love Joba.
Yeah,
If
there
you
you
got
go.
to this point of the video, comment down below.
Man.
I love Joba.
I'm losing my train of thought here. I appreciate it, but I mean, I'm trying to get a point across. Fuck,
Go for
what was
it,
I talking
sorry.
about? Oh man, I actually forgot. What was I in the middle of saying?
But like people watching the podcast means that they're big players.
Yeah. So it's a huge emotional roller coaster because there's been times where I'm like, dude, I spent so much money and time on this game, and then there's times like, man, this game's mechanics are so cool, and there's this whole community that plays it that I like talk to all the time on Discord and shit. It's been a fucking ride all these years, I gotta say. And I'm on a podcast now with
It's true.
fucking
We made that.
with
I
fucking
think
Captain Papi the goat over here.
I don't know if that's true, but I think like I don't know for myself, I wouldn't really say it's helped in terms of like with depression or bad times. I mean, if it has for you, I reckon that's honestly incredible, and more power to you. But I feel like for me, what the game has done is it's given us an opportunity to meet like a lot of people that we're talking to now. Like I wouldn't have met to start off with anyone in this podcast alone if it wasn't for One Piece Treasure Cruise or the discords we're a part of and that kind of thing. So I think I'm grateful to the game in that sense for providing myself the opportunity to meet a bunch of like wonderful people and unique different characters and such.
Separate the game from the community sometimes in my head.
I do it too. Don't worry. We all
There's also different communities, because like the subreddit is an entirely different community
no.
from Dynasty, for example.
That doesn't count as a community. A bunch of hooligans.
True, it's a fucking
bunch of barbarians, bunch of cavemen,
shit.
Small peanut, smooth brained. Anyway, enough ranting. What about Cobb? How do you feel, buddy? On a serious note. As
I said, it's like sometimes separate the game from the community.
Yeah,
I definitely appreciate all the people that I've met in my time with the game for sure.
Yeah,
I feel I don't know. I enjoy the the things that we've done to try and contribute to the community as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think
I mean, just like
it's important to reflect on that as well.
Yeah, like just alone the fact that we were able to talk with Nick and Chris because we played this game for so long and connections allowed us to do so. Like we would have never been in a position where we could have done that without the game to start off with, and then ourselves to the hard work we've put in as a group and to get to that position. So I don't know. I think it has its ups and downs, like Joba said, but I think you're in the or you've dipped out. So one of the two. But yeah. All right. From at Awakener810 asks, what has been your biggest regret game-wise? A certain feature removed from the game, a missed event because of scheduling conflicts, or maybe you accidentally sent the new strength bowler to the rare recruit race shop like I did. First of all, I feel bad for you because that's rough. That's very rough. But any big regrets?
Oh yeah, dude. I don't know how it's kind of like embarrassing and shameful and all that shit. I don't know how I won't really go into detail, but I've missed some pretty big life events because of OPTC.
That's an L.
It is. And at some point I have
Oh my god.
You know how you can favorite pictures in your phone? One of my favorited pictures is Neptune. You know how every character has like a quote they say at the beginning of an adventure.
Yeah.
And Neptune says he's
life must come first.
Lives must come first.
Yeah.
You got to remember that shit. It's just a game at the end of the day. You shouldn't be missing, dude. I'll say one of them. I missed my friend's wedding, like a good friend's wedding, because I wanted to play the Blitz.
That's insane.
I regret that so hard, man. You just gotta.
That's bonkers to me.
You gotta do you first. You can't be fucking. Don't be. Spend on the game. Spending makes it somewhat more enjoyable. You get to not worry as much about I gotta only save for this one Sugo that's gonna happen months from now. It allows you a little bit more freedom, but don't do it at the cost of not being able to make your car payment that month or whatever.
No, exactly.
It's not worth it. It's really not.
Yeah, I haven't been to that extent. I think a few times I've accidentally fed like dupes of legends to just random ass units and such by just like fat fingering them, but like. Otherwise, no. Like, I think I agree in that sentiment. I feel like what Cobb mentioned earlier, you have to disassociate. Like, at the end of the day, like it is a game, and if you don't enjoy it, you don't play it. If you enjoy it, you play it. Like, just because I guess this comes into the factor of like the community itself is a big issue, where like the mindset is like, oh, content comes out, you have to farm it from the start, or else you're bad. You have to finish this event like quickly. You have to do, like there's all these elements that make it challenging to, and I guess like there's a burden or a pressure in that sense, but you have to remember that like, I think I got this philosophy from Boris in particular. And the way that Boris kind of does it is like, he'll just play when he wants. And if he doesn't want to play, he just doesn't play. And I think that I agree with that tenfold. But for me, fortunately, because I have the free time, while I'm still studying and such, I can continuously keep playing. But as that free time, gets reduced, like Joba said, you have to put those life things first. And I think at the end of the day, it's meant to be a piece of entertainment, not like, you're not meant to revolve your whole entire being around it.
As soon as the game starts feeling like a job or a chore, it's probably time to step back for a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. And I think we've all been in that position too.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm sure we've all been in that position where you're grinding for X amount of time, then you just realize you're like, why am I doing this for so long? And you get to that predicament, but create that separation between what the game is and such, and then maybe you won't have as many of these big regrets and small mistakes and stuff.
And they happen to the best of us.
No, without a doubt.
I'll tell mine while we're on the deep and meaningful and putting out life lessons while we're here.
Get it, man. It's time.
Know when to stop and walk away from a Sugofest, so you're not doing 23 multis for carrot.
Yep.
And not getting a single red.
Yep.
Just know when it's time to call it quits and get them next time. That's my little life lesson. That's my big regret, was doing 23 multis on that Sugo.
Mm-hmm. No, it's and stuff like that is going to always be the case, because your brain is like, just one, surely.
Yeah, just one more. This is the one. This is the one. It's never the one. Don't do it. It's never the one.
I thought,
and if it is the one, more power to you. 100% more power to you. But for the vast majority of time, it will not be the one. So
I thought of another one.
No,
this one's more lighthearted for sure.
Okay.
We've all had those.
Is the one that I know? This is one of them that I know. It's a different one.
It's some dumb shit to do when I was an early game player.
Okay.
I started OPTC when I was kind of midway through One Piece, and so there were a lot of characters that were in the game that I saw as friend captains or whatever that I had never seen before. And so whenever there were some characters I pulled early on that I didn't know who they were, so I just deleted them or I sold them or whatever. Like Sai Marco, I got him early on, and then I sold him because I didn't know who Marco was yet, and then I didn't have him for the longest fucking time, and he was a great healer early in the game. And the worst one though, and I still fucking cringe when I think of this, I got Balloon Luffy pretty early on, and I had no idea he was amazing whenever he became Gear 3. And I knew that he became Gear 3, but I didn't realize how good his captain ability was. Yeah. So I fed him to my Gear 2 Luffy just to give him a socket.
Nice.
Oh, no.
Nice.
Yeah. My friend did that. He fed his Gear 3 Luffy to Arlong because he had a stronger attack. I was like,
God. That hurts, man.
At least I got a socket.
That's true. He got a candy though.
Ooh.
Transferring. No, I think it's good.
Do you remember when sometimes a debut legend would come with +10 cotton candy? That's supposed to incentivize the shit out of you. You're like, I wasn't thinking of pulling, but since I know they come with 10 cotton candy, bruh, you can't skip out on this.
And then you see the little plus sign in the top right hand corner. You're like, yes, I got them. You're ecstatic. The days. Maybe we'll do a GGP throwback. We'll talk about the old days.
For sure, dude. Those old days were shitty, but the game was a lot more fresh, and so it was more enjoyable in a way. So I do miss those days.
If you made it this far in the video, let us know down below. Would you like to hear a GGP extra talking about the old days of One Piece Treasure Cruise?
Oh man, I love when random, sometimes in Dynasty, random nostalgia shit conversations will pop up, and we'll talk about how stamina used to be 10 minutes or whatever.
Trash, bro.
All
right.
The worst. I'm sorry, and I'm just
go for it.
I'm rambling on, but I remember some of the earlier gem sales, quote unquote, would involve you get 2 forbidden tomes, I think, for the $55.
Yeah, that was the day when they didn't but back in the day they didn't stack. So so getting 2 of them, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, and they were also super fucking rare, and it was hard to get. It was super hard to get sockets for some characters that didn't have rare powerful units. Like it's pretty cool. Like you used to love seeing like a farmable Luffy. Like I remember farming the fucking Luffy in the story mode. In what's the fucking like right after Laboon.
Yeah.
Because you can actually like get that Luffy, and you can.
I would farm the Halloween event when those Halloween Fortnites would
Oh
come out.
yeah. All those Straw Hat Fortnites were godly.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
Straw Hat sockets.
Anyway. All right, let's hop into this. Last one from Twitter at Chopper Sugo asks, thoughts on the Manual Island release simultaneously with the debut Legend? Is there a need for Almighty Manuals?
Oh god, yes. Almighty Manuals are for when I'm lazy to farm a character.
I don't know. Like I think I think like it's really good that they have this manual release at the same time as the Sugofest. So like if you have time, you can just farm up books and then save them for when you pull the rare recruits or when you pull the legend. I don't think it makes Almighty Manuals any less valuable because there are going to be times where you pull old rare recruits or limited rare recruits or, you know, any kind of passive unit. If it might be, for example, invasion, raid, and like, you know, like Joba said, you're lazy, you have these means to upgrade and max out these units as well.
I was going to say the big one's probably the limited rare recruits, right? Like
without a doubt as well.
Yeah.
It's not always like available. I mean, it is technically always available because you can just wait for like that island to come back out to farm the manuals. But like for a lot of the time, you know, you just collect a lot of Almighty Manuals now. You can just spend them as you go. So I think there's still a much need for them, especially because like not every player is going to have the means to have access to all the books and such. So,
do you guys have so many turkeys that you just use them to level up a special sometimes?
No, I don't do that. So. I just have enough manuals to level up the specials if I need to. I just farm the manual island, 40 copies of each book, and then, you know, send them.
I haven't farmed stuff in a while, so I've been lazy with my grinding.
There's nothing to farm in a while, so like I don't know. All right.
I don't even farm the legend books anymore. I just use gold books because I have way too many anyways, and I just farm for the RRs.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know if that's dumb, but
no, but like you end up getting more drops of the rare recruits anyway.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then you also do get every so often the legend books too. So at the same time, it's not like you're choosing to like sell the legend book or whatever. It's like you're still farming it. It's still gonna be there. You just choose not to use it. So easy. That were the Twitter questions. Let's hop into a couple of YouTube ones. Maybe two of them we'll go with. So one from CS Win S. He says, "Love the podcast. I'd love to know what you think your most used rare recruit and legend characters are. Having started a new account around the time of TM Blackbeard, just wondering what you would recommend for priority of farming, etc. Generally, I finish new content first, then raids, coliseums when they are out. But would skill books for legends be more beneficial to farm before colo/raid units? And one last question regarding TM units. Generally, I have been focusing on one additional old TM unit, and I don't have as of yet, and at least getting them limit broken per a new TM. That comes out to save some limit break tickets for limit break materials. Would you recommend maxing out TM units first, or should I not bother with them? Thanks for the content you provide, Cody in Canada. Well, shout out to you, Cody in Canada. We appreciate you listening to the podcast. All right, let's start with the first part there. What do you think is your most used rare recruit and legend?
It sort of depends, right? Because times have really changed.
Yes.
Yeah, true. Different eras, man. Like there's a Lucy era.
Yeah, you pump my arm. And like if it's something like that era for me, it was like V2 Lucci. I was using that boy.
Feels bad.
For everything.
I got him on
early.
Yeah,
so no.
And if you get him on early, you use him for a long period.
Lucy would probably be up there.
Yeah.
Just because he was so versatile.
I'd say for me, it would be either Kaido, Bullet, or
Jack.
Snake Man V1. I mean, yeah, Jack inherently too, but I guess I'm not. You can still count it for content, but like more just that poor boys in the island.
Snake Man had
I think Snake Man V1. I mean, he's still usable. That's the scary
Yeah,
part
for
about it.
sure.
He's still very good.
Like,
So,
he had a long stretch
I
there where he
think
was, like, a great
yeah,
captain because he was speedy, you know? He was strong and he was fast because he had the cooldown
he has
reduction.
the cooldown reduction too. Yeah, like
It's
crazy.
basically those legends, and I guess the regular units get strung along as well, right? Because I mean,
Yeah.
if the legend's good, the units can be good too.
The units would be good
But
too.
it's like those legends who are really versatile. They can take a lot of characters in with them. Their special fulfills a lot of the requirements that you're going to need for content, like like Snake Man.
Yeah, like
So,
same as Rainbow
yeah.
Captain. You can just run whatever you need, really. Like things like for me, Bullet, for example, you have Strength, Int, and Quick, probably the three best classes
Oh, easy.
in the game. So like, I love using Bullet because that special is bonkers, and it's all good there. And he has a very high attack boost. What about you, Knight and Joba? I guess what legends of like the current era would you say are your
Oh,
legends?
definitely Jack and Kaido.
Yeah, I feel that.
Oh, and the fun thing is I can actually use them as support on each other.
Yeah, so like
Sure.
keep
Yeah.
up that usage. What
But,
about you?
I'd probably say Kaido and Shanks Crew.
Yeah, Shanks Crew 2 actually is crazy good shout.
Oh, yeah.
know, when in
Soba Mask too.
Yeah, when in doubt, chuck in some Shanks Crew and you'll clear the quest. Easy.
Soba Mask is so fucking good, dude.
What about
Shout out to
Rare
that
Crew?
guy for sure.
I think the rare crews fall in that small group of rare crews that are just all like really good. Like the one
Yeah.
at Usopp, the Bobbin,
Nami.
Yeah, I was gonna say time skip Nami.
There's like a small like I think it's like 8 to 10 rare crews that are just fantastic unit.
I'll be honest, the more I think about time skip Nami, the more crazy it is how good she is, even to this day.
Yeah,
like
she's
imagine back
bonkers.
then.
She's bonkers, bro. She was
Like,
so good.
fuck. Like, why don't they give us units that fully resist special mind? I don't get it. It's fucked
That's
up.
not happening because they realized that they messed up by making her so good.
She's too, yeah, she was too good, way too good.
You know what I mean?
She was well before her time.
way before her time.
Yeah, that artwork too, though. I gotta say.
This
Anyway.
guy. All right, having started
Yep.
a new account around the time of TM Blackbeard, just wondering what you would recommend for priority of farming. He generally finishes new content first, then raids, then colos, they're out, but would skill books for legends be more beneficial to farm instead of raids colos? No, I think you have the right idea. I think always prioritize the new content first, and then go back and farm the old content as it comes out every so often.
Yeah, if you've got characters or like legends in particular that you're like, shit, I'm using these guys an awful lot, and their skill books are out, just probably go grab them. I mean, why not? Why not, right?
Exactly. I'd agree to that too. I wouldn't prioritize farming legend books over raids and colos though.
No, not at all.
So I feel like a lot of the time you can get by with having maybe not maxed out skills on like legends and rare recruits. Obviously not for raids and collar units, but like I'd say continue with that priority because eventually you'll finish everything. There is an inevitable point where, you'll be in the position like us where there's nothing to farm. There's literally no content to farm at all. So you'll eventually get there in that sense. Anything from Joba and Knight?
In that note as well, I would say like at that point, like when you're clearing the new content, you probably have like a rare recruit or a free to play character that does what X legend that you probably didn't farm the skill books for does or better. Like Jinbei, for example, you probably have like Bobbin or something like that. Like Jinbei's still really good, but still like you probably have some like better alternative for that situation. So like I would definitely just keep doing what you're doing at the moment. I would say that's pretty good.
I agree.
Yep.
Let's get it. All right. Final part.
I concur.
Final part. Regarding TM units, generally I have been focusing on one additional old TM unit I don't have as of yet, and at least getting them limit broken per new TM that comes out to save some tickets for limit break materials. Would you recommend maxing out the TM units first, or should I not bother with some of them? I'd highly recommend looking at Todd's most recent TM unit like tier list video and kind of just going in that order. There's about like 8 or 10, like probably like a group of like 8 TM units that are just like fantastic that you should max out. And then after that, it kind of trickles down to the point where they're not really used outside of treasure map content, but they are still very valuable inside treasure map because they're generally always boosted and, You know, it's always a good unit to just chuck in if you need something.
Kizaru.
Oh no.
And they're
I mean,
fair captains.
Yeah, they're not bad from time to time too. But I think I'd say like have a look around and see what like the general consensus for a lot of like the better units are. Like off the top of the head, what would you say? Like TM Big Mom, the new TM Luffy that just came out, TM Weevil. I would give that shout to.
Even the old TM Luffy is pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. Like there's a good contingent of units where they're the ones that you could see yourself using a lot from time to time. But there are a lot of units where you just don't need to concern yourself with. But again, it's one of those situations where you will eventually get them all maxed out too.
I would also say both TM Namis and TM Boa because Jesus Christ, they gave them amazing artworks. I just gotta say, shout out to the artists.
My God.
But then,
This guy.
on the
dude,
opposite end of that, both
I
those
still remember
Namis
where
are
I
great
was.
units. That was really good too.
I still remember
Go ahead,
when
Trevor.
and where I was when they revealed the artwork for TM Boa, and I was just blown away. Like the rest of my day improved from having seen that in the beginning of my day.
We're trying to give this guy actionable advice. This jabroni is like, get it based on the artwork. Get a load of this guy.
Man, I'm trying to.
Fortunately, that Boa and those Namis are good units. So
Yeah, they are. They really are.
Too bad that Boa's special is a short novel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a read of that one. No, I think you're doing it fine. I think obviously saving blue tickets for limit break materials is always something you need to do as well, just because they're always needed, and you know you always need to buy limit break materials too. So
That's mostly what I use them for now is get shards.
that's it. Like that's what you're pretty much buying from all the time. But I think that's about it, gentlemen. I think we can wrap it up there. Are we all good? Anything else? Anything to say? Anything to do?
We time each segment. How we do on the speed run?
I think we did all right. I think it's a pretty good episode. Pretty nice and jam-packed. New kind of formula that we're going to try to introduce into the episodes slowly but more often. So we'll go from there. As always, thank you guys for listening to another episode of Good, Great, Perfect, episode 30. Thank you guys for the support on that. We really do greatly appreciate it. A few of the GGP extra videos may slow down as time goes on because we will eventually get to a point where we're going to be taking our end of year break. We haven't really decided that yet, but we will be discussing that in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, so just hopefully don't expect too many GGP extra videos unless big content comes out or we have the urge to record some content there. But like I said at the start of this episode, thank you guys so much for 1,500 subs on the podcast channel. We do really appreciate it. Thank you to everyone listening on the anchor.fm/good, great, perfect. You know, you guys go unsung a lot of the time, but there's a lot of consistent viewers there. And we really do appreciate you guys as well. Thank you guys for all the follows. We're almost at 500 Twitter followers, which I think is insane in itself too. So make sure you go follow us on Twitter at GGP Podcast. And then on that same tag, follow us on Instagram at GGP Podcast as well. If you want to get the audio only version of this podcast, you can check us out on anchor.fm/good, great, perfect, where you'll find the podcast on anchor.fm and then on a bunch of your favorite listening platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts as well. And if you want a list of all those social media links, you can go to find us on Linktree, linktr.ee/good, great, perfect. That's a one-stop shop for all your social media links. But without further ado, gentlemen, I've been Captain Papi, Cobb, Joba, Knight, Todd. Thank you all for listening to another episode of Good, Great, Perfect. Peace.